Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would vlog a few days in my life this week, or we're gonna attempt to, because if you saw my last video, you saw that we have 2 whole children now, which is still so shocking. Like Michael and I have been saying like the kids, the boys, and we're like, oh my gosh, plural now. Honestly, it's so sweet, but we are getting into our rhythm. It's only been 3 weeks as you're watching this, which maybe you're thinking, Tara, you're insane to start vlogging at 3 weeks postpartum, but we're just gonna try it and we're gonna take it easy. And honestly, it's like a fun thing to do because I'm not like working technically, like I'm not writing or podcasting. I took a break from all that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, maybe it'd be fun to like attempt to do some fun vlogs while we're getting our postpartum adjusting to 2 rhythm down. So I'm gonna attempt that. Both boys are napping at the same time, which is amazing. Grayson takes, he eats every 3 hours still. So he probably has like another hour-ish if he sleeps, and then Hunter will sleep for another couple hours. He just went down a little bit ago. So that's really fun that they both aligned on that. I am finishing up my lunch and my Nora tea. This looks really weird. It looks like pee. But I promise it's not. So my cousin Carissa, shout out to Carissa, gave me a bunch of this loose leaf tea, and it's an acronym, and I always mess it up, but it stands for nettle, oat straw, raspberry leaf, and I'm forgetting what the A is, but I'll maybe put a little screenshot on the screen here, or you guys can Google the Nora tea for pregnancy and postpartum. But it's supposed to have so many vitamins for you to help replenish after birth, metabolism. It's good for your supply for breastfeeding, apparently. So I drink this. I try to drink a quart every single day. And I will just maybe I'll show you guys tonight when I'm making it, or the next day. But basically you just put the loose leaf tea in here and steep it. And it actually tastes pretty good. So I'm gonna chug this, and then while the boys are napping, I'm going to put in my AirPods and listen to a podcast and tidy up the house. I'm gonna do that and take you along on our day. Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, I wanna show you a real glimpse into what the house is looking like. We have our lovely drying rack, because our laundry room is in the garage. So always have clothes drying here. Hunter's toy storage is a mess. Was trying to dust off end tables. We have Cars books. We have the playmat with things I need to wash, and a bunch of things I just threw here because I swept the floor. We have more toys over here. Things that need to be recycled. We have our double stroller because we had to pop that out of the car today to take our dog to the grooming appointment. If you've been here for any amount of time, you know that we are renting this house from actually family, which has been really awesome because they have been so generous to let us kind of make things our own and collaborate on paint colors on the walls and all of those things. So it's been really sweet, but in a lot of ways, it's been interesting to try to figure out just the form and function of the house. And honestly, especially with Grayson, and as we were preparing to have another baby, and just the layout of the house and all that kind of stuff, I realized that I want function over form. I want things to be functional. Now, the house is a mess, but it's more functional than I think it looks aesthetic. And I'm totally okay with that in this season of life. And honestly, I think there's just so much on Instagram where people will tell you that you have to have this beautifully aesthetic house and have to have everything put away, especially kid stuff, out of sight, out of mind. But honestly, you just have to do what works for you. Also, don't be deceived. I am wearing my top and my sweater from our outing today, but I'm also wearing my comfy shorts. This is something about me. I will wear a completely normal looking outfit on the top, but I need to be comfy to run around. Everyone. I don't know why. I normally don't have a hard time drinking this, but today it's taking a minute. It was a really sad day this morning when I was getting ready because my favorite eyeshadow palette by Ilia. I was getting ready and I was putting everything back and it fell. And this pan fell out completely. I'm already clearly running out on all of them, but this was like one of the last shades that I was using. So that's sad. But as I was cleaning up a little bit in the bathroom, because honestly, after you have a baby, I feel like your bathroom just explodes, because not only are you like bathing your baby and taking care of your baby, and then we're also taking care of Hunter in here. Like, this is the bathroom that has the bathtub, but also you're taking care of yourself as a postpartum mom. Like all of your postpartum supplies, your diapers, everything. And so I wanted to like randomly show you a couple things that have been really, really good postpartum for me, especially like if you're nursing, and then like all the healing. First thing I can never live without, and I did not live without with Hunter, was the disposable nursing pads. Literally, so they're in these little sleeves, and then you just rip them off and then they go right in your bra, and they just help you with leaks. And they're so breathable. I tried the reusable ones, like the ones that you wash, but I just could not keep up on the laundry even then with Hunter. And so this time around I just got like a huge box. I think it's the Lanasona brand, which is also the brand of this, this nipple balm, which has been really, really awesome too. I used this within the first couple weeks. This is a new tube, but I used this within the first week and a half, when, you know, you're just a little more tender, when you're getting used to breastfeeding again. Also, silverettes are amazing. Again, these were the things I used within the first week. I'm not using them anymore, but really helped when like your body was readjusting to a baby nursing on you all the time. And these literally just go in your bra, and there's something about it. I mean, they're called silverettes, so like the silver in them is so soothing. So those have been amazing. But I feel like all those postpartum have been awesome. Dermablast. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This was amazing. I just took it from my hospital because they just give you all the stuff postpartum. So that was amazing. Reaching into my tub. Also, Tux pads. Lifesavers. Use these every single day for the first 2 weeks. It was so soothing. And I feel like I'm kind of like phasing out. This healing has been so much better than Hunter's, and just like the bleeding, TMI, but if you have a baby, you know, has been so much more minimal. And so I feel like now at like week 3, I'm not having to do that kind of stuff. Still wearing like pads and liners and all that kind of stuff, but it's just been so night and day different. But I feel like because of that, again, I'm like trying not to push it too much, right? Like I'm trying not to overdo it, which I have a tendency to do in general. But I feel like I've been way more mindful about it and slowing down this time, just because just like this last year of my life has been so much slower, so much more restful. The Lord has convicted me. So I just want to keep that rhythm going. I don't think there's anything quite as realistically postpartum than our laundry pile, and the fact that it's up to our light switch. Can you see that? I just got a text from our groomer, where we take Gary to get groomed, about 2 o'clock, that he is done. So I probably will get Grayson up in about 30 minutes, if he continues to sleep that long, and nurse him, and then the 2 of us will hop in the car. My husband works from home, just like in our little garage office, so he'll hang out with Hunter, which is such a blessing. By the way, I don't take that for granted. So he will hang out with Hunter while I run and go get the dog with Grayson, because, you know, newborns kind of have to take them everywhere with you. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes, getting a newborn and a dog back into the car. One thing I'm not going to do is put on my pre-pregnancy jeans yet. These are maternity jeans still. It's hard to tell because I'm wearing all black, but these are maternity jeans. And I feel like this just healing has been so much different this time around. I'm just not going to subject myself to trying on pre-pregnancy jeans yet. It's just going to make me sad. It's too soon. So just a reminder that you don't have to bounce back. With Hunter, I definitely took a while to get back to what I was before, and then even then I wasn't even back to what I was before. Things were different, hips were wider, all of the things. Even if you hit that pre-pregnancy weight, there's just still so much change. So we're just giving ourselves tons of grace. dinner, as you saw. We still have our meal train going. Yesterday was 3 weeks of Grayson, and we still have so many generous people that are continuing to bring us food postpartum. I actually think through the rest of the week, which is such a blessing. Honestly, when you have a baby, one of the biggest things is having people bring meals, so you just don't have to worry about that for the first little bit. So that was so awesome. Just hung out as a family, dance parties, books, got Hunter ready for bed, hung out with Grayson, read a little bit before bed, and then slept, and of course nursed him a couple times through the night. And now this morning Grayson's awake. He's with Michael, just hanging out. Just nursed him. I'm gonna get Hunter up, and we're gonna go to my mom's house, my parents' house, for the day. Hunter usually goes for a few hours, like once a week, to both my mom and my mother-in-law's house, just to have special time with them. But today my mom was like, why don't you come over since you're not working? Oh, you're Grayson. Since you're not working, and then just to get out of the house. And so that sounds amazing to me. So we're gonna load up all the boys and get going. Okay, got both boys in the car at my parents' house, got a Starbucks on the way. A sweet, sweet friend brought us dinner the other night, and also a Starbucks gift card, which something in the last year that I feel like I just obviously haven't showed you because I haven't been on YouTube, is I cut back immensely on coffee and on caffeine specifically. I was drinking a lot of decaf, but these days, newborn days, I'm having a little bit more. So I just got a half sweet vanilla latte. The boys are down for a nap. We just got back from my mom's house a little bit ago. Really, really sweet time just hanging out with them. I forgot that my camera was just on in my bag, so the battery died, so you saw a little bit of iPhone footage. And then honestly, we were just enjoying hanging out and resting and relaxing and playing, so I didn't film a lot. I've just been sitting here on the couch resting because I'm really feeling fatigued. And of course, makes sense, postpartum, but then just in general, I feel like I've been trying to listen to my body more, and I have loved rest, whether that looks like reading, taking a nap, listening to a podcast, making something with my hands, sourdough, whatever that looks like. Of course, it looks a little different in this season of postpartum, but rest has been such a joy for me. So if you'd like to see a video on rest and different ways to rest and the beauty of rest and what God says about it and what I've learned, definitely comment down below because I'd love to do that. But I think I'm gonna end the vlog here, but I wanted to just show you something that I've been reading right now while I am resting. This is The 1 Year Praying Through the Bible for Your Kids by Nancy Guthrie. It is gorgeous, first of all. 10 of those, which is an incredible Bible company, or like biblically based book company online. They're awesome. They sent me this book. They're a really, really, really intentional, biblically based, theologically sound resource for any books or Bibles. But it has your days laid out with a prayer and a devotional for your kids. And I've been reading this just over the last week after reading my Bible. And I think this has been such a powerful resource for me. And just as a mom in general, so if you're a mom watching this, what's been really impactful for me is a lot of times, whether I don't know what to do, or I'm having a frustrating day, or I feel like I'm failing as a mom, or have guilt, or whatever that is, a lot of times I don't know how to fix it. And I think especially as moms, we look for the answers and we look for the solutions to automatically fix it when sometimes it's just not the case. And so the power of prayer as a mom, the power of prayer in general, but praying over your kids in this context like I'm speaking of is so, so powerful, and I think we underestimate it. And so I just want this to be your encouragement and your reminder that if you feel like you're at a loss, and even if you feel like you're winning at life, winning at motherhood, to not forget how powerful prayer is, and to know that God is working even when we don't see it, and God is planting those seeds not only in our kids' hearts, but in our hearts. And so let it start with us. Let it start with us being yielded and surrendered to God and just relying on Him as our source. So this is a really cool resource, first and foremost, that I wanted to share, but also just a reminder to not give up praying, because God is able and God hears and He's present. So anyway, thanks so much for watching this video and for following along like almost 2 days-ish of our lives. I hope that it was fun to watch. If you're seeing this, also comment a brown heart emoji, the cute little brown heart emoji, if you're seeing this. I'd love to hang out with you and continue to hang out with you here on YouTube. It's been so fun, and I feel like it's been giving me some creative life to be able to be back on YouTube. So subscribe, because there's so much more fun things coming, and I'll see you next time.